Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the H&SPoddy. But we have a special guest who I'm going to introduce first up. One half of the Waterboys podcast, James Ryan. Hello.
Hello, gang. It's great to be here. Really looking forward to breaking down the Luka Doncic, Anthony Davis trade.
Yep. And Henry, my usual co-host,
Hi,
is
everyone.
actually here.
What do
So,
you mean, actually? Here? I'm always here.
yeah, sure, mate. The listeners know you're not.
Hi, everyone.
Listeners will back me up. And I'm Shaun, obviously, the most important piece to this cog. Not really. But yeah, if you guys want to talk Doncic and what's his face, AD, a quick 2 minute spasm won't
Like
hurt
that's
anyone.
yeah. I haven't really kept up with the NBA this season. Actually, the last two seasons, I've only kept light reference of it. To be honest, I think James might have a bit more input here, but it is at least my perspective, it is a big surprise because of the fact that Luca should have been or should be their franchise player. And to get rid of your franchise player without any rumors, without even anyone expecting it, I mean there's something going on, and it seems like the fans aren't happy with the result and also the explanation from the upper management about this as well. I mean, James, you've been watching it closely. Your thoughts?
He's getting shot at in GTA, probably.
And he
You're
is
on mute, mate.
gone.
He might be dropping the kids off at the pool. You never know. But look, um, I, I wonder, Henry, if you were to translate it into NRL player
I
trades.
Eloise ran. I had a missed call. Someone tried to ring me, and I tried to decline them, and somehow it muted me. I was talking like a lunatic. It's the biggest trade in NBA history. I can't believe it. And the Lakers have been kissed on the end of to receive such a blessing. The Lakers are, as of this very second, the Lakers are worse off because they need a big man for getting rid of AD. But you don't like this is dead set. Like Penrith have just rung someone and go, "Hey, do you want Nathan Cleary?" And yeah, we'll take 50 cents on the dollar.
That's insane. Absolutely insane. Is it confirmed yet, or?
Yeah, confirmed, 100%. There's a press conference tomorrow for LA to introduce Luka to the world.
So,
And the big thing here as well, by the way, and something you might miss out on, and kind of what James alluded to about the dollar value of this whole factor as well. Luca was actually on the brink of signing a supermax deal, essentially worth, I think it was just over
350.
$300 million.
5 years, 345.
There you go, exact numbers. But James, do you know the figures of what he is going to be signing now with the
Yeah,
LA Lakers?
he
Two
might
hundred
not.
and
Yeah, it's like 250 or something.
yeah,
260.
Mate, he's going to lose his
and that's
house.
because of that trade, and that's going to be because of his trade. Yeah, he will definitely.
So, he's... Is he actually going to be on 250, or is it like when the Roosters sign somebody on 500?
Yeah, no, in America it's very all their wages are
I
public.
know it's
Yeah,
public, but like, would the Lakers be able to be like, oh, by the way, here's $100 million mansion as well?
no, it's all very over there.
Okay. So he's going to lose out on 100 million, and he basically can't do anything about it.
Not can't like he has lost it. It's gone. Trade's official.
Yeah. And do we know who's going to get the Supermax deal for the Mavs?
No, well, no one because they
No,
can't. So to get a super max, they overuse the word max contract because it's your maximum of what you're eligible for.
Okay.
But the super max is you've got to win, you got to make like all NBA and do all these things, and he's really eligible for it. And you can only do the team that drafted you and those sort of things.
Okay. Cool. So that's where our cap's going to be heading soon. $300 million contracts over 5 years. Hopefully we'll...
This guy's actually worth it though, unlike NRL players.
Yeah. Yeah.
he
Well,
can buy an NRL team with his salary.
oh, that'd be sick. Could you imagine? Luka Doncic owns the new Perth team. That'll be sick. But before the Perth team comes in, we need to play the 2025 season. So, boys, It's the
Have
first
they even
time in
announced the
TPC.
first team?
Hey?
Have they even
Have
announced
they
the
announced
first
the
team?
person?
I don't think they have. I think they've just said we have PNG coming, and that's. But even then, like, we get so many false announcements from the NRL. It's like I won't believe it till they start selling jerseys and signing players and all that sort of jazz get put in the drawer. But yeah, I don't know. I think PNG is a short-term decision, but hopefully it works out. We'll see what happens. But anyway, that's a different podcast today. We're gonna start with the heavy hitters. Who do you boys think is gonna win the comp?
Why is it sad to say, but I don't think it's changing from the current 3 years.
4 years, mate.
What happened? Someone tried to ring me and I cut out again.
That's alright. We're doing the premiership winner. Henry thinks Penrith have only won 3 in a row, but that's okay.
Oh,
Oh, sorry.
what? The nightmare ended. What happened? They've gone back and given the Roosters one, have they?
I don't know. I don't know what goes on in his little head, but that's okay. That's fine. James, I assume you're going with the Chooks.
No, I'm gonna go. Uh,
Look, while you're thinking about it,
I'm
I
gonna
actually
say
think the Storm. Who did you say?
Penrith.
I'm going the Storm.
I will never say them. They're the biggest cheats in rugby in sporting
Yeah,
history.
look,
How Craig Bellamy still has a job is a miracle.
yeah, I just think we've got Luai going is enough of a hit for me to think Penrith might slide, and I know we've all said that before. Appy Coruscant's going, Matt Burton's going, blah 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 blah. But Luai, he's pretty important, and you guys know I rate him. And I also think the Storm are going to come with a fit Pappenhausen. Jerome Hughes has killed it last year. I expect him to be able to do it again. Munster's going to be fit, hopefully, and then Harry Grant. I think with half their spine being out for most of the season last year, it made it really tough. This year, I'm banking. I don't try to make predictions on injuries, which is why I think the Storm, who should be fit, because I'm not predicting any injuries, are going to win the comp.
Who's Storms? Does Storm still have Nas?
Yep.
I heard rumors about him during the off
As
season.
of right now, he's still there. So is Kamika Mika,
Okay.
so is Welch. So they pretty much, from last year, will get a fit Pappenhausen, a fit Munster, and Stefano.
I
Yeah,
reckon
Stefano's
the biggest issue is Fisher Harris, not Luai. Which I think Melbourne. That's
I want to see the impact of Fisher Harris, departing Penrith as well. But I don't know. I feel like Penrith just still have that in them. That they just have that talent coming through, and they have that discipline.
I don't think.
I don't
I'm with
think
James
Storm
on
have
this
it though.
I'm with James on this one. I think Fish. Now he said I've already gone the Storm, but the Fish reminder is another big one where there's not quality props are hard to come by, man. Quality props are hard to come by, and they might be able to work their way around it. Like Brian Toto wasn't taking as many runs last year and things like that, but you just hear how people speak about him. It's kind of next level.
Do we know how long Logo is out with his injury?
I can find out.
Trying to find it right now, but that's a factor I think in as well, right? Because I think Ryan Pappenhausen will, and hopefully he's a healthy Ryan Papp. If he's healthy and Logo is also healthy, I can see Penrith having a good run this year. But I don't know. Munster last season, Munster the previous season as well. I feel like there's been a steady decline, and don't know what this season's going to bring. We might tighten it up and really bring his A game this season. But he had a groin injury.
But he had a dual hip surgery thing. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, that's right.
So
is he supposed to be fit for week 1?
Well, I was listening to Joel and Fletch, and Fletch and Hindy obviously doing their like pre-season interviews with all the teams. I mean, Fox Sports tend to give Melbourne Storm a bit of mouth love all the time, which just is annoying. But he reckons Munster looks fit as. But I mean, he does have a
That's
job.
what they said. They said that last season though.
Yeah, I know.
Started last season, so I don't know.
Yeah, look, I can't find the exact surgery that he had, but
Yeah.
he's had surgery on his hip essentially, and
Yep.
I'm gonna bank that that's gonna fix everything.
I'm hoping so. Essentially, I see Bionic Munster and Bionic Pappenhausen at the moment, where they've got some lingering issues. They've got metal holding them together at the moment, and just don't know whether that's going to hold together for the full length of the season, especially with how long it is. So I
It'll
don't
be
know.
fine. What did you say? Sorry, I'm just watching the surgery.
Surgery. What surgery is it?
He had a labral repair. Cartilage.
And
He fixed
what's
the
the
cartilage and removed some bone spurs. He'll be fine. This is not a massive deal, to be honest. Long term. He's shaved away some cartilage, which you don't want to do, but he might need a hip replacement when he gets older. But most footy players, that's probably a risk they're willing to take.
Yeah.
Yeah, he should come. If
Like,
this fixes his problem, he should come back strong.
man, you hear everyone these days needs a knee replacement or a hip replacement. People that don't play rugby league, so I don't.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah. And once you yeah. But currently, he hasn't. Typically, he hasn't had the replacement now. They've just shaved away some cartilage. But yeah, I think he'll be okay. If this fixes the issue, though, like sometimes they'll do surgery, they'll think it's going to fix the issue, and then it doesn't. So
Yep.
if this fixes his issue, I think he'll be fine. The surgery itself is not a concern for me, at least.
Well, if you're not concerned, I'm not concerned, buddy.
Thank you. Thank you. Who's going to be the runner-up in the grand final? Who are they going to lose to? What's the matchup looking like in September?
Probably Broncos.
I reckon the Broncos.
No, I was just waiting for. That was just a bait for James to come in there, but he's not listening.
Well,
So.
if you want to throw out shit opinions, buddy, I'm not going to stop.
Oh, I told you.
Do you actually think the Broncos though?
No, I don't think the Broncos. I actually think
You don't need to lie to
you're right.
us. You can say I did, and then
I
the
don't-
reaction
I
from
don't think-
us too.
I don't think the Broncos, especially with the off season they had with their number 6, who shouldn't even be allowed back into the NRL. But no, I don't think it's the Broncos. I think it's probably going for me Storm. I'll keep it simple. Sorry, that was a long-winded way to say Storm.
Yeah.
I feel like
I agree.
there's something with the Sea Eagles that's just chirping in my ear that if Tom can get himself healthy, Cherry Evans wants to send himself out with a good year, they might have a strong run.
Well, I was never on the Seagulls. I couldn't believe last year everyone was rating them, and if Henry rates them this year, that my feeling of them going pretty bad this year is just solidified.
So they wouldn't be your runner-up, James, then?
No, I'm going to go a repeat. Penrith, Melbourne.
Nice. I don't know who I'm going to go for the runner-up, to be honest. I think you probably to go safe, I'll just go Penrith. But see, I think if Penrith make it to the grand final, they're going to win. So in my head, when the Storm win the comp, it's because Penrith got knocked out earlier by a hot Roosters or a hot I don't know, Manly, like Henry said. Yeah. Definitely not so. But we'll do that as a matchup for now. Henry, you seem to have answered this one already. But who's your Smoky for the year, mate? Who's the little? Is it the Sea Eagles that you have as your Smoky?
I'd love to say Parramatta Eels. I would love to say Parramatta Eels, but
no, I think they're favourites for the Spoon, not Smokies.
I
think Sea Eagles.
Don't worry about education, Shaun. Become a comedian. You're fine.
Oh, mate. If only. So Sea Eagles, Henry?
Yes, sir.
Sea Eagles. James, have you got a Smoky for me?
I do. I'll give you one guess.
Well, the Roosters aren't Smokies.
How are they not Smokies?
because they're probably going to be top 4, and most people are saying they're going to be good. So
No,
I'm gonna.
people aren't rating us. Let's hold on. Let me check the markets. All rugby league, NRL, futures, grand final winner.
While he's thinking about that, Sean, what do you
The
think?
Roosters are $20 in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8th spot, 8th favourite.
Eighth
How is
favorite.
that not a 8th favourite? $20.
That's still top 8.
Let me have a look.
You tip Manly, who are 5th at $16.
So I'm looking at another. I don't know what website I'm looking at because I mean they're on the screen. I'm looking at Tab. They've got Melbourne, Penrith, Brisbane, and this is why you can't take futures market seriously, because it's done by punters who are degenerates and gambling on futures in January.
That's like the Lakers.
Cronulla,
They went
the
from
Bulldogs.
$40 to 16 after Luca trades, and everyone's going to bet on them, even though they shouldn't have.
No, the Roosters are 6th, and
I'm on Sportsbet.
yeah, on Tab, Roosters are 6th at $15, and they've got the Bulldogs at 13 and Cronulla at 13. You can't take it seriously.
Well, this is Sportsbet. Melbourne, Penrith, Brisbane, Cronulla in 4th at 13.
Yeah, you can't take that seriously.
Sean, just stop fighting him. He's got his boys
He
there.
wants,
So put his boys there.
he wants
Like,
the
you
underdog
gotta see,
story.
right?
He wants,
gotta
oh, we're the little battlers from Bondi. That's the narrative, isn't
Yeah,
it?
that's the narrative. He loves that narrative. That's what gets him on. So
Mate,
let him
our
have it.
halfback and our hooker won't play for the first half.
So instead,
our
you've got an
will be
Origin
Tab
hooker
Townsend.
in Connor Watson coming in.
No, Origin
Crimea
reserve.
River.
Thank you.
He played hooker.
No, he didn't start.
He
Next
still
year,
played
you got the
hooker in
Origin hooker.
Yeah.
Well,
That's next
I don't know
year.
what makes you think that you're smoky with the lineup you have, though.
Yeah, I know, right? James Tedesco.
Hargreaves gone, Keary gone.
Yeah, but look at the team you've got, mate.
Exactly.
Look at the team you've got.
Yeah, we got Tedesco at fullback. We've got Tupu and Dom Young on the wings.
Yeah,
we don't
just
have
average
a centre.
players, just internationals. Who cares?
Tupu's 45
You got Lindsay.
years old.
You got Lindsay. You got
No, I don't rate Lindsay Collins.
Origin player. You've got Billy Smith, who's a gun. If he can stay fit.
Crichton.
Angus
I've
Crichton.
played more NRL games than him lately.
The best.
Fine. All right.
The best.
Fine. You want a smoky? The Gold Coast Titans. There you go.
Oh, look at that.
We just keep his Roosters there. Keep his Roosters there.
We'll keep the Roosters.
Don't. We just wanted to
really
push him off the edge
every
here.
other year, we are not as well fancied as every other year.
Well, let's let the listeners, all our one listener, even if we have one listener.
Steve Ryan, if you could let us know.
Yeah, let us know. Okay, Sean.
Yeah, look, my smoky. I'm umming and ahhing between,
because
it's hard for me to. No. It's hard for me to differentiate between a team that's just going to do well versus a team that could legitimately win the comp. Because I want to say Bulldogs, but they're not going to win the comp. They're just going to do well.
Okay, and then your second.
So my smoky is between two teams. They're both maroon. So it's between Manly and the Broncos.
Queensland.
Yeah, Queensland will come into the comp. They're the 18th team. It's between Manly and the Broncos. I'm going to go Manly. I was going to go Broncos, but the only reason would have been to be different to Henry. So.
But I can't see. For me, the reason why I made the joke of Broncos because if they had Reynolds healthy, Ezra Mam not having all their head noise, you've got their forward pack all healthy again. I think they've got a strong chance, but with what happened with Ezra Mam over the break and then Reynolds not even being able to stay healthy.
Who's coming into the team? Ben Hunt. It doesn't matter now that if
that's
they're not
right.
fit, like they've got Ben Hunt. So
at least I know who one of the signings were. That might be one of my answers for the best buy now.
Very well prepped here at the H&SPoddy. Yeah, so they've got Ben Hunt. So I'm like, all that stuff doesn't matter anymore. And when they're fully fit, all of a sudden Blake Moses on the bench or Ben Hunt's on the bench. Like that's insane.
You're right.
But the reason I've gone for Manly is because I just think if Turbo and DCE are fit and on, they can beat anyone. They can blow the doors off anyone. I think they're not going to win the comp because their pack is trash. But yeah,
that's the understatement of the millennium.
But Smokies are meant to be teams that are bad that could win the comp, not teams that are top 4 and probably going to win the comp anyway, like the Roosters. But anyway.
Oh, I wish.
They've got James's favorite player there, Gerbo. Like he's the best defensive player in the comp.
Yeah. Look, let's be fair. He had a decent Origin series, but Clive Churchill medal coming
Yeah.
from Penrith.
He warmed that bench. He kept that bench super warm.
Hey, it's a cold night down in Melbourne. Do they play? I don't know. But Clive Churchill, who we got? Who's the most important player during the grand final?
Well, that's pretty easy.
Well, that's probably going to be Cleary for me.
Cleary.
That's James.
Yeah.
Oh, James is going to go Cleary as well. I think if the Storm...
I was going to say Jerome Hughes.
If the Storm win the comp and they beat Penrith, I can't believe you didn't say this name instead. That's going to come out of my mouth.
No, this means
Harry Grant, baby. Let's go. Let's go.
Okay, no, just wait. You just had him in the last game against them, and he didn't do anything.
Let's go. Harry Grant, baby. Harry Grant.
They need Munster. If it's going to be someone, it's going to be Munster or Hughes.
Munster goes missing in finals. It's going to be Harry Grant.
Oh,
Munster will get him to the grand final.
Grant goes missing as well.
Nah, mate. Harry Grant. You watch. Harrius.
No. Anyways.
Harrius from the Falcons. He's going to kill it. Minor Prem. Who's going to win the most games in the regular season?
Melbourne.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm going Melbourne.
You got Melbourne as well?
Yeah, I'm going Melbourne as well.
Am I going Melbourne? I don't know if I'm going Melbourne.
You know what? No, you know what? Change that to the Sharks for me.
Sharks.
Make a
There's a shout.
I just think with their bolstering up their front line, if they don't put the poor boy there at number 7, Nico Hines, and they put him at 6, I think they have a strong chance to at least win a lot of games. I just don't think they have the mental fortitude for finals.
Yeah, right. I'm tossing up. That's actually a really good shout. I like that a lot, but I don't want to say them just because I've just heard it. So I'm gonna go with the Storm as well. And the reason I think the Storm will win the most is mostly because I think Penrith are going to be willing to drop a few games to
for sure.
to be able to rest players, to try combinations, to drop people who they think should be in the team but need to kick up the arse. Versus
I just think Melbourne, I don't know if they have the top gear, but they're going to get in like 3rd gear in round 2 and just sit there all year.
Yeah, they're gonna win early, win well, and then it's all about if Munster and Paps and Farlogo can all come together. I think that'll be the finals run. But Dally M, most important player for the year. Now remember, this is the NRL's Dally M, so I'll add an MVP, like a personal, like one of our, like who we actually think is going to be the best player. But who's going to
I think
under that
I
system?
think the Dally M could go to one Jay Tedesco.
Yeah. Nice.
And I'm just going through. This isn't a who else? Like Walker's injured, Hargreaves isn't there, Kiri's gone. I'm just looking at everyone else, even with all our injuries early, and a couple of people moved on. I just still think we're comfortably in the 8.
Yeah, see that's interesting because I think I was speaking to somebody a little bit earlier, and he thought the Roosters were Smokies.
Yeah, to win the grand final. Not to make the 8. You're not listening. You're not listening. This is going to be bloody Nathan Lyon all over again. You're not understanding my interpretation.
No, I'm understanding it. So what you're saying is the Roosters will win games early, and James Tedesco will get the points, and then when Brandon Smith and Sam Walker come back for finals, the Roosters probably won't win the finals. Is what you're saying? That's what I'm hearing. That's how you think.
They're coming back from ACL injuries. It's traumatic.
Henry, have you thought of a Dally M winner for next year? It's a bit of a tough one.
You go first. Yeah, it's a hard one. I can't. When I think about it, probably Gutherson. because he's got no one to compete with
Yeah,
in the
there's a
Dragons.
good shout. There's a decent.
Guthers has got a good one
But
there,
if you
mate.
only win 3 games in the season, how many points do you really get?
Yeah, that's true. Oh, it's a hard one. I'm going Moses here. I'm going
Moses.
Mitchell
Yeah,
Moses.
yeah,
Yeah, I
yeah.
don't mind that.
That's a decent shout. I'm going Ponga because if he's fit,
We're going for
We
all our
just
teams.
our best player, our favorite team.
I didn't even realize that till just now. But no, like, but all the logic works out, right? Tedesco's going to poll
Yeah.
1 billion points in the first half. Moses doesn't have anyone to compete with anymore, and as long as Ponga stays on the field, he's going to get at least 3 points every game he plays.
Yeah, Ponga's a massive shout. Your team sucks.
Yeah.
He's a freak.
Even if we lose, he'll get 3 points. Like, there's no.
We should have a smoky for this one as well. I'd put in Clint Gutherson.
Yeah. Let's do it. You've got Clint Gutherson. Pretty much now we're just saying the best player on the team we think's going to win the spoon. But I'll go.
Hey, you go.
Luai?
Don't
Take
forget,
some
there's
guy.
Jerome Luai.
Yeah.
That's
Oh, everyone thought the same thing.
Okay, let's
Can
go.
we, can
Luai.
we all
it's
say
too
that
good.
like 100% Jerome is a smoky?
Yeah.
Because it's a story as well. Like
Yeah.
the narrative is there, and God knows rugby league loves a narrative.
Yeah. I think if he gets them into the top 8 in the last round, he'll get 6 points, even if he gets injured in the first 2 minutes.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. Who do we think is actually going to be the best player this season, though? Who's the guy?
Ponga.
Ponga.
Yeah, I think this is his last year at Newcastle. I think he just comes
Wow.
out and brains it. Like the kid, I would have him as the second best player in the comp behind Nathan.
You're not a bad shout.
Yeah.
He was injury free this last season, right? It was
Like-
the majority of the season was injury free.
I think he's come out. He's just going to play that good. Probably will Newcastle to 8th or 9th spot.
Yeah.
And just go, I am the best player in the comp. What? Why am I here?
Yeah, I hate to agree with you, but I do, and that'll be more because of the structure
And that
around him.
sucks,
Not
like,
even the
because, you
players,
know,
but, like,
I don't want him to go anywhere. I don't know. There's a few teams that I wouldn't mind, but like, just stick at a club. But I don't blame him. Newcastle just can't get their crap
if
together.
you are one of the best
He needs to
players
come to the Parramatta Hills.
in the comp, and it's not even like, it's not that the team is shit. It's the structure around the team is shit.
Yeah, like
How
I have no faith that they're ever going to turn it around.
Yeah, like how many years are we going to go through not knowing who our halves are going to be? This will be like the third,
Which-
4th year running. Like ever since
Which
Mitchell
is
Pearce
not
left.
good enough.
And even when Mitchell was there, we didn't know who our 6 was going to be. Like and you're the best player in the comp or one of. Like you'd be like, I can win a premiership if I take $1 million at one of 6, 7 other clubs. I think he's that good.
Yep.
Like he doesn't need to go to Penrith to win a comp. He doesn't need to go to the Storm to win a comp. He can go to, I don't know, the Roosters, obviously. He could go to who else he could drag? I reckon the Bulldogs. He could win a comp with the Bulldogs. That's probably the worst team
Yeah.
to win a comp with. So, yeah, I don't know. But Henry, who's your MVP for the season? Best player, one ground, just
It's a
killing
hard
it.
one.
Week
I'm
in, week
going. I'm going Turbo.
Turbo.
Tommy.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a good shout. I think I'm there.
It's
with
just
you.
he's had a better end of last season. He's got a lot to prove this season, and he is getting older. This is his time to really bolster up his career stats.
Yeah, that's a fair shout. It's a very fair shout. I think I'm struggling with this one because there's all these good players, but it's who's going to drag their team out of the depths. So, not Luai, because even if he kills it, I don't think it'll reflect in any performances with the people he's got around him. But I think Ponga, like James said, he's just gonna the circumstances he has to deal with to still be one of the top players in the comp means he's the best player in the comp for me. Like,
yeah,
if that sort of
But
makes
I think if on no circumstances, I think he's the second best player in the comp.
yeah. So
And on his day, could easily be the best. Like he's more exciting than Nathan.
Yeah. Although
But
Nathan's running game is coming back.
oh, like don't get me wrong. Like, yeah, but like Ponga's
No, but
gonna
I know what you
score
mean.
an
Every time Ponga gets the
80
ball,
meter try.
like when I go up to watch the games at Newcastle, if he gets the ball even on the 30-meter line, and as long as there's some sort of movement from the other players around him, something can happen. And even if there's not, he makes a break by himself and gets tackled by the fullback. Yeah, it's pretty crazy how much we've screwed this up, having one of the best generational talent and then not doing anything with him. But hey, that's
How long have you had him now? 5 years?
I don't know, mate. Probably longer because he was there before Penrith started winning the comp, wasn't
Wow.
Yeah.
he?
Wow. So you've wasted that much talent for that many years.
Yeah.
Imagine with any other team, or at least any of the other top 4 teams.
Bro,
Jeez.
not even top four. Like, because we always default to, they should go to the Storm. They should go to Penrith. Imagine him at the Dragons this year. Like,
Mate, if he was
imagine
at
him
Parramatta Hills 2 seasons ago when we were in the grand finals, I think we win that. But anyways,
Yeah, add him to any grand
Yeah.
final losing team and they win the grand final.
yeah.
But Sliders team that's going to dip from last year doesn't mean they're going to come bottom 4, but just the biggest difference between last year and this year. Who's gonna drop down a bit?
I've got one, but it's a big one.
Yeah.
Cronulla missed the 8.
Oof.
They just missed it, almost missed it anyway last season.
Did they?
Yeah, but when they finished last year?
They came. Oh wait, no jokes. Let me check.
Oh my god. Oh wait, no, that's
I was
round
checking. That was week 1. That was week 1. I saw.
Yeah.
That was week 1.
They were
Top,
top 4
top
last
4.
year.
Top 4. Sorry, top 4. It was Knights that just scraped in. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
they were fourth and added for Noah Blake, and I'm backing them to miss the 8.
Wow, it's a big shout.
And you'd
Like,
expect some of the players to be fit as well. Like
I
Dylan
just
Hines
think
and
they
Tricky
made the wrong
games.
decision. Like we're keeping Will Kennedy.
Yeah, I'm with you. It's an odd. Their recruitment strategy is weird.
Yeah, I'm hoping Sharks do as well, but I'm saying Cowboys for this one.
Cowboys sliding from 5th. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, for sure. They're my smokies for the wooden spoon.
They don't have a halfback. Well, they do now, but I mean they have a more junior halfback compared to last time. Not that what's his name was any good anyway. Towards the back of last season.
Hey, the Chad, come on.
Yeah, Townsend.
Yeah.
I know you can't read much into it because they never have any idea. But there was a Fox Sports predicted 17 for the Cowboys, and God, it was depressing.
Yeah, I think the Cowboys are a good shout coming from 5th. The other teams that I'm considering are the Dragons because they've lost Ben Hunt.
Where'd they come last year?
They came 11th.
They came 11th. So you're saying going wooden spoon with Clinton Gutherson?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Well, there's 7 spots they could drop, right?
Yeah, fair enough.
There's plenty of room there. And if there was more room, I'm concerned about the Warriors. Even with Harris, I'm very concerned about the Warriors. Unfortunately, they finished 13th. Well, they've got Luke Metcalf will be one, and then Chanel Harris-Tavita or Tamare Martin maybe.
Oh, Tamare Martin's
it's not horrible, and Shaun Johnson didn't light it up last year, but I just
Martin did though. He did really well.
He did well. Like I'm not saying, but I'm just concerned, especially with Harris as well leaving. Like I don't know. I don't know if
it's an interesting shout for the Dragons, but you've got Damien Cook, Clint Gutherson added. Remove Ben Hunt, of course. That's a big loss.
Holmes is coming, but you lose Zach Lomax as well. Like it's a very
they lost their 2 best players.
Yeah.
I
think I'll back the. I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah, that's a hard one.
Yeah.
Good shout.
I think the Warriors are a massive chance of the spoon, but they're going from 13th to 17th. I don't know if I can call that a few. Yeah.
But I mean, it's the same as the Sharks going from 4th to 9th.
That's fair.
Yeah, but if you drop out of the top 8, that's a bigger.
Yeah, I guess so. Okay, how about can the Roosters come seventh or eighth? Would that be a slider big enough?
No.
No, because they were third last year. Um, yeah, look, I might. Yeah, it have to be the Cowboys and the Sharks then, because they're the two that I think are most likely to miss.
Well, what do they average? 3 in, 3 out of the top 8
I
every
think
year.
it's two. Who did
Okay.
did the Bulldogs get anyone big this year?
No one big.
Yeah, they did, didn't they? They got
Leo
well, he's not
Thompson's
big.
next year.
No, they got that Rooster player, May.
Tilly.
Oh, Satilli.
Not Ensatili.
No, May went to the
Wait.
Tigers.
Oh, Tigers.
I'm
That's
going the
right, sorry.
Bulldogs to
Yes.
slide. Going the Bulldogs.
You're on the border
Yep.
for the slide.
Yep. Bulldogs to slide. I like them. I think they're going to play well, but I don't think they're going to get the same results they did last year.
Okay. Be cool.
Yep.
Be cool.
I think they
No,
don't have.
Did you see the
rubbish,
number?
you know?
And like, have you seen their forward pack? It's
Yeah,
depressing.
it's rubbish.
It's depressing. They have no middles.
Like Leo Thompson coming, but
Not this year, and that's what
Not
I'm going
this
off.
year?
If he's like an early season transfer, things change rapidly. I think they're a shot for the
Yeah.
top 4. But yeah, we'll go the Bulldogs. I think last year they willed a lot of things, a lot of effort plays, and it's very hard to sustain that without adding quality on the back end.
She had career years.
What's that? Sorry, you went a bit quiet.
A lot of players last year had career years.
Yes. Yep.
So you've got to now do that again and then more.
Yeah. So I'm concerned about the Bulldogs, to be honest. I think the year after they're very well poised, but that's a different podcast, right? So for now, yeah, we'll go the Bulldogs to drop down.
Nice.
Let's go to the Riser, a bit more positive.
No, that's us, positive people.
Yep. Feel free to get the ladder up from last year on the screen. I've got it on the screen for the listeners. But
What?
you guys are probably
Again,
Parramatta
what?
Seals.
they did.
Parramatta Seals hit the top 8.
Did you say the Parramatta Seals?
Yeah, I heard that too.
Yeah.
We're not
Yes, I
doing
did.
the Toon Gabby comp, Henry. We're trying to.
Yeah, NRL, buddy. NRL.
Until we win a comp, they're known as the Seals, mate.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I don't know why, but I'll go with it. You're the fan. Yeah, are you serious with the Eels? You think they're going to come top 8?
Yeah, no, definitely top 8.
Okay. Oh, I was
Just the top 8, just in the 8. I don't think they're going any higher than that. I just think that they've got it in them without Clint Gutherson there, mate.
So you think Clint Gutherson out, Ayongi in is a net gain for you?
No, it isn't. It isn't.
You also got to
just-
think
I
Mitchell
just have-
Moses only played 7 games last year or something.
That's why I'm saying. That's why I have Mitchell Moses as my Daily M, and if he's going to be the Daily M, then the team that's
The
going to
Daily.
rise from that.
The Larry Daly M.
Then you've got Eels up there for me. Anyways, that's my reason. Plus, I've got high hopes for Riley.
So your reasoning is Jason Riles and Mitchell Moses, essentially.
That's it. And don't forget, we've got ourselves Zachy.
Yeah.
Don't forget him.
Yeah, but I don't know.
forget him.
How good is he going to be not playing for Shane
As
Flanagan?
fullback. Probably better.
Well, I don't know. I think as much as
He's got his best friends at Mitchell Moses now.
yeah, because that always works
Both
out
of
well.
them. Yeah, they are. Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not as confident as you are. I think the potential's there. I don't
No.
know.
Hey, they did come 15th last year, so it's not hard.
Yeah.
They don't have to make
What did we come the season before then?
Huh?
What did we come the season before
Yeah,
then?
I
but
don't
we
know.
don't
You're the
know that,
Parramatta
Matt.
fan,
And
and we're
that's
doing the Risers for
irrelevant.
this year. Yeah.
How did the Roosters go in 2013? We were minor premiers. Fucking fantastic.
How the Eels go in the 80s? You know, like
Mate, we actually.
How
Yeah,
far back do you wanna go?
Okay. Yeah.
Nah, look, that I can see it happening. I'm not as confident as you are that they're gonna jump into the 8. Like if you said they're gonna come 9th, I'd probably be like, yep, that's a fair enough call, Henry. That's a good riser from 15th to 9th. That's fine. But you had to say they're going to scrape into the 8. And I'm like, oh, I don't know. I don't know.
They'll do it.
Um,
Anyways,
James, have you
continue.
got someone locked and loaded, ready to go?
I'm gonna say the Parramatta Eels. I just think similar to. I just think Mitch Moses is going to have a great year. I think he's going to be New South Wales number 6. The only issue is Dylan Brown could derail them, and what's going to happen there.
My biggest concern is what happens to their defence with Gutherson not there anymore.
Yeah.
That's my thing. Like, because people rail on Gutherson because he's not $1 million or $900K player, but he's an $800,000 player. He's an $850K player. Like, it's not. He's just not that ST level state of origin player, but he's still a very good club player.
Yeah, he's a good player.
And then what he does for them, I wonder. Even at training, he probably carries a lot of standards there.
Yep.
So
yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
like you saw them last year when he wasn't in the team, they sucked. But anyway, I can see where both of you are coming from. I'm torn between all of the bottom 3. So Parramatta, because Moses is going to play more games. Rabbitohs have Bennett back and hopefully players fit.
Hey, but just quickly though, we spoke about the who did we talk about? Manly's full back. Have you seen South's full back? They got no one either.
Yeah. But I think like if fit,
Coach.
Jai Arrow, Cameron Murray and Keon, if fit, those 3 are enough to get you from 16th to 11th.
Well, why aren't you saying Latrell?
Because he's not a forward.
Oh, sorry, forward.
I
just think those 3 on their own
weighs as much as a forward.
Yeah, I think those 3 on their own could be enough, right? If they're fit. But Cam Murray's not always fit. Arrow's never fit. So it just depends on how they go. And then the Tigers, they've added Luai, they've added Taruva, who I think is underrated. I think people are underestimating how much professionalism and quality and standards he's going to bring to the team. Like, they never really had standards in their backs, right? They signed Justin Olam, who can do okay in a Melbourne system, but he's not driving, he's not a polished player, so to speak. With Taruva, he brings standards to their backs now. He's like, when they're doing their opposed sessions or whatever, he's now like, what the fuck are you cunts doing? Like, sort it out. But I got to pick one, don't I?
You do.
I do.
Nice.
Yeah, and look, as much as I am concerned about the Eels, you guys have convinced me to go the Eels.
Following, don't stand out.
No.
Let's go the Seals.
Yep.
Okay.
Best buy of the year. I don't even know. Yeah, let's go to the transfers. NRL 2025 transfers. Who's this Doncic guy that popped up?
Are you putting this on the screen?
Yeah, this is all on the screen. There's no Doncic guy up. Don't worry.
What screen?
We go on YouTube, mate. We're on YouTube. I've got the NRL website on my thing. I've got our table on my thing. Yeah, they're all seeing.
But how do I see it?
You got to click the link, and I'll just type it in, and you can go on your laptop and type it in. It's not getting live streamed. That's too much effort.
If I'm on my phone, how do I?
Do you have a laptop? You can also be talking to us while Googling the NRL website.
Yeah, I could. That's what I did with the logo.
Yeah. Because, this isn't being live streamed. You can't really see it now through the call.
NRL transfers.
John Bateman has gone to the Cowboys. Oh, my God, those are useless.
Because, the previous stops of his have ended so well.
Yeah, it's a weird one. 0 tackle. Let's see. 0 tackle signings. They seem to be good. For anyone who wants a website to look at, 0 tackle is decent.
Who runs 0 tackle?
I don't have no idea. I think it might be independent, to be honest.
Mm.
But yeah, it's
I like their rumors down the bottom.
yeah.
Get Tony Staggs to the Chooks. I'll take that.
I wouldn't be surprised if that happens. Look, I'll just go through the gains of every team, and then you guys can tell me who pops out. So the
Oh,
Broncos have
there's
gained Ben Hunt and Hayes Perham.
yeah, that had Benny Hunt
Yeah,
obviously.
there's a contender there. The Raiders have gained Ethan Sanders, the halfback from Para. Miles
No,
Martin, a forward from Newcastle, and Savelio Tamale, who I think is a winger. And if he's not a winger, he runs really hard, so he might be a prop. But he's a beast. He's a beast.
just a
If you watch any cup
winger
last year,
or a prop. No
I
real.
forget. I remember him running really well. Like when I watch cup, I don't tend to notice positions if they're good because they don't. That position isn't always what they play in first grade. I more notice like, oh, they ran really hard, or they tackled really well, or they can kick really far, or and that sort of stuff. Because it's too hard to be like, oh, is he a winger? What's his name? Like it's not ideal. But he runs really well, runs really hard. I'm pretty sure he's a winger. Who is this team? The Bulldogs. They've gained Tom Amone, Satili Tupanua, Marcelo Montoya, Nari Tuala. Cronulla have gained AFB. The
Yeah,
Dolphins.
that's an obvious
Yeah,
contender.
the
The
Dolphins. I'm gonna
biggest, the
skip some.
biggest signing, by the way, if it happens during the season, is if Manu comes back halfway through.
Who? Henry, what?
Is Jay Manu returns to the Chooks?
Oh, I thought he was talking about Manu Ma'u, and I was like, surely not. Surely not.
Oh, that's one. He'd like that to be considered for you know, Para's future because
Yeah.
that's they're the seasons he wanted to go back to when Para were good.
Mind you, the good old days, just like the Tigers signing Benji and Tim Sheens. Um, Fuiaki has gone to the Dolphins. Safidi has gone to the Dolphins as well. That's Daniel. Carter Gordon's gone to the Titans. Regan
Regan
Campbell-Gillard's gone
Campbell
to the
Glide,
Titans.
that's a
Yep,
chance.
yep. Uh, no one of note except for what team is this? This is the Manly. No one of note has gone to Manly. Joey Walsh. I don't know if you know who that is, James. It says he came from Rugby Union.
No.
Assume he's a half. Stefano's gone to the Storm. Moses Leo from Rugby has gone to the Storm. No one. Oh, James Schiller's gone to the Knights. It's not bad. Matt Arthur has gone to the Knights as well. Who's a hooker, by the way, from Para. So hopefully he comes through and he goes well. John Bateman to the Cowboys. Anyone else? This is great radio, isn't it? Zach Lomax, Isaiah Ayongi, Dean Hawkins.
Lomax is a shout.
Yeah. And then Isaiah Papali'i, and Blaise Talangi. They've gone to Penrith, by the way, Henry. Damien Cook, Clint Gutherson, Lachlan Ilias, Val Holmes to the Dragons. That's not a bad signings if it wasn't for the 2 losses that they got. Whose team is this? Jamie Humphries has gone to Souths. Ewan Aitken has followed him, as well as Lil Stodd, Josh Schuster, and Jaden Sullivan. The Roosters, Mark, I still don't know how to say his last name. And
Wanganita Tawazi.
Wanganita Wazi, yes, and Chad Townsend.
Sweet Chad.
Who pops out from that list?
Lomax.
For me, Papali'i also pops out just because I think he'd be slightly cheaper.
Yeah.
So there's that value play. Like when you talk about buys, you think about, okay, how much value are they going to get?
And he's going to be running off Nathan. It's not going to hurt him, is it?
No, it's not. You'd love for that Henry guy to have an opinion too and sort of chime in as well while we're deliberating on our thoughts. But he's dropped out of the call actually. So it's just the Water Boys are back.
What a
Boys are
grind.
back. Yeah, well, you can't rely on it. I told you, mate. Can't rely on him. The Water Boys need to make a comeback. I think I'll go Papali'i just to cut off this segment so we're not talking about it long term. Somebody who might come into considerations is Dean Hawkins just because of how cheap he'll be, and Jamie Humphries just because of how cheap he'll be. Henry's back. Here he is.
Sorry about that. My
That's.
little robot vacuum knocked out my internet.
Don't you, I thought you have slaves for that. No. Okay. Well, who's your best buy of the
Uh,
year, Henry?
Before I disconnected, I said if Manu comes back halfway through the season, then Manu will be for sure.
Yep.
But I don't know who you went through in that list, by the way.
That's all
Oh,
good.
Ali, that's a decent one. I'm going
Yeah.
Lomax as well. I'm going Lomax.
Lomax. I just realized his name is like low, and then max. Do you know, like it's a volume spectrum.
Oh, okay, okay.
Sorry,
Check out
I
early
typed
on.
it out twice and it just clocked. Anyway, that's yep. It's probably worse radio than when I was reading out all the buys. Who's going to be the worst buy? Which team do you look at and just like, what the hell are you doing?
I
He's,
just said John Bateman.
John Bateman. Yeah, that's your shout there. John Bateman. I don't know if I have one for this. There's not too many because usually when I go that it's like that's so expensive. Why would you do that? So I don't. I think I'm gonna lean towards Val Holmes.
Al
Yeah.
Holmes.
May I ask why?
He's really expensive, and so to meet that standard, he's gonna have to play stupidly well anyway. So I think he's gonna be bad value, bad value. But I also think he's gonna regress even more than he did at the Cowboys. I think the Cowboys have more quality around him. I think the Cowboys had more options around him, and I think he's a Queenslander. So he's now moving to the Dragons. He's going to be in a worse team. He's on he's on big wedge. So those combined, I don't think he's going to play poorly, but I think he's going to be the worst value by the year.
Yeah, fair enough.
James, was that a long enough explanation to buy you enough time? Henry, sorry. Was that explanation
Yeah.
long enough to buy you enough time to have an answer?
Probably saying Daniel Saifidi here.
Oh, that's a good shout. Hey,
For the
I
Dolphins.
wish I said that. I'm going to put it in brackets because I agree with you. Screw that guy. Wait, how much was he? How much did he sign for? Let's have a look.
I have no idea how much he signed for, but I would imagine he's on decent money. I mean, the one I would have wanted to say is the what's his name, Blaze Tarlagi.
Yep.
If they thought he was going to be any good, they're dreaming. But
He took a
hopefully
pay
he proves
cut.
me wrong.
I mean, he took a pay cut, so that gives him some
Exactly.
leeway. I think Newcastle might be paying some of Saifedi's contract, so that's also a thing. But no, that's a good shout. I think, yeah, out of the players, big players who are moving, he might be one of the worst. And yeah, he could easily be coming off the bench in that team. That's a decent team, the Dolphins. Coach under the most pressure, first one to join me in the line to Centrelink.
Adam O'Brien.
AOB. Now, do you think he's going to be the worst performing coach, or do you think he's actually going to get sacked? Because that's two different things, right?
I think that they'll go no good, Ponga will one out, and it's like, well, yeah, why does Ponga one out?
Yeah, that's fair enough. Henry, do you agree with AOB? Because while I think he should be the most under pressure, I don't think the Knights have the stones to sack him.
I would hope so. I can't imagine anyone else, and the only closest coach to that is, well, two coaches here for me. It's either the Cowboys Toddy or
I mean, he
Benji
took the Cowboys to
or
fifth
Benji.
last year. Are you really concerned about his job?
And West Tigers, Benji.
Yeah, Benji's mine. Oh, he's not my pick, but he's under pressure for me. But yeah,
he's under
Toddy's, sorry.
pressure. It's
No,
hard.
that's like saying the sky's blue.
I just feel like he's had, it's been a big fall for Cowboys, I would say, and probably not as bad as the Parramatta Eels.
But
But
I agree with you, but I'm staring at the ladder here, and they finished fifth last year.
but the previous year they went 11th.
So
Right?
they're
I'm
on the
just
up.
saying.
I don't know.
Sean,
Like,
I'm saying the trend.
I'm sort of arguing with myself here as well, because while I agree with you, in my head, Todd Payton is under pressure.
Yeah.
But then I
Taipe's
look
under
at it.
massive pressure.
But then I look
I
at
think
the
they
ladder
missed
and
the
I'm
eight.
like, they finished 5th last year.
Mm.
So I don't know why. Like, why do I have that opinion? Why do I feel like he's under pressure? Maybe I need to pay a
Yeah.
bit more attention to the Cowboys next year. Because to be fair, I didn't pay as much attention to them as other teams, just because of where they are and when they play their games. But yeah, that's a weird one. I would agree with you, but then I see that. I think
We're thinking Ricky here at all. Is
nah,
Ricky even under the radar?
nah,
Should be, but won't be.
no. And honestly, I think the Raiders are going to go well next year. This year.
Okay.
I
Because I don't
just
think there's
think.
anyone else. Most of the other teams
Define well.
Well, they came 9th, so I think they're a chance to break into the 8. Only because a lot of their young players are now going to have that last year, like the likes of Chevy Stewart are now going to have some game time under their belt. Ethan Strange is going to be that much better. And they've got, now when Jamal goes down, they've got Sanders to come through. So a bit more, the key positions are going to be better for them. That's just why I think they might be able to break through. I'm also a little bit biased because I like their Cup head coach. So I think he's now the NRL assistant coach. But
We should be the NRL head coach. Ricky can't coach.
oh, Brocky Shepherd, mate, are you going to be coaching the Raiders halfway through the year? James thinks so.
I hope so.
So what about
I
Michael
don't.
Maguire? Michael Maguire comes in. Broncos don't make the top 8.
I think he's fine. I think first year coaches are almost never under pressure.
Yeah. So they went shit last year. That's why he's there.
Yeah. What about McFadden? No, was that his name? Andrew Webster, not McFadden. Why am I thinking McFadden?
Yes and no. Like, who's going to coach the Warriors?
Yeah. I wonder if it's the similar situation to when Madge was at the Tigers, where he's getting the best out of them.
Yeah.
Like, he's
do we
not
expect
coaching
much
poorly.
from them?
Yeah, he's not coaching poorly. It's just the team he's got. And I
Yeah.
think coach sacking would be a mistake. And the Warriors seem to know that. Like, they seem like they're not as poorly run as they used to be. So
You got to think their captain did quit halfway, retired halfway through the preseason.
And what about
So he can.
Sorry.
Oh, he's just got that excuse.
Yeah. And what about Des?
Yes,
No.
probably. But I think they'll go okay this year.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were going strong towards the back end of the season, right?
Tino's back.
What, they had like a 5 loss streak at the start of the season? Forgot what it was.
Something.
But yeah, they didn't.
Yeah.
I remember they just didn't win a game for a while.
So who are you going again, Henry? Payton?
I know I'm gonna go Knights as well with
AOB, baby.
AOB, yeah. But if I was to, I just wanted to bring up the discussion because I think we all agree that
it was a fun discussion. It's
yeah.
Well
pretty
done.
negative, but yeah,
It's the
look
first
at you
one, yeah.
learning how to podcast. Yeah, I just don't think AOB is going to be sacked. I don't see it happening, and I don't know who.
Do you want him sacked?
Well, who are we going to replace him with?
Mm-hmm.
Mate, the fact that you guys lost Thompson and you're probably gonna lose Ponga next year to signing to another team because he's over it.
And these are only the recent names, Henry. Connor Watson left for less money. Dom Young left.
Oh yeah, Tom Young's massive as well.
Like this is not. We missed
and
out
you lost
on
that
signing
other.
Pezzett.
What was that other young bloke that ended up going to the Super League? He was fairly good as well. I can't believe he lost him.
I don't mind that he left because we've got so many fullbacks. But again, you're the head coach. Why do we have so many fullbacks and no halves?
Oh, is that Miller?
Nah, that was the Sharks.
Oh,
it was that guy between
the
Fletcher and Ponga.
Yeah, what was his name?
Atkinson, maybe.
He was actually. I don't know. I thought he was really good.
He was.
Yeah.
But we just didn't need him. Like, I don't mind losing players we don't need. What I hate is having no halves.
Yeah, who's going to be your halves this year?
Mate, there's rumours going around that Fletcher Sharp's going to play in the halves.
Yeah, I heard that. 5'8".
That's insane. It's insane. I hate it. I don't want it. You know what? Screw it. AOB. I'm putting him there too now. After that conversation, but he won't. He won't get sacked. If he was going to, it would have been 2 years ago. But instead, we've extended him. So work that out.
That's because he made the top 12 clause.
The Knights. Spooners. Worst team in the comp next year.
This is tough.
Very tough.
It's
This
definitely
is
not going to
really
be.
hard. See, I think if Ponga doesn't
Definitely.
play, it's the Knights. But if he does play, we make the top 8.
Jeez, this is a hard one. I'm
It's a
going
very hard one.
probably going Dragons.
Okay.
Dragons.
I think Dragons. They just don't have the halves, right? They don't have anyone in the halves. Really, they're Flano. Who's the 6? Or
Got
who's the 7?
Milius, maybe?
Yeah, that's right. They've got Lachlan.
I don't know, man. This is
I'm going to say the West. I'm going to say the West Tigers.
Yeah.
Nah. Hard for me to say West Tigers this time around.
So, James, remind me why you think Titans are going to go good.
Because you gave me crap about the Roosters being a smoky in the comp. And Tino's back.
Tino's back.
Yeah.
Tino, you've got Regan Campbell-Gillard up at the front line there as
Spooners,
well.
Yep, Campbell Gillard.
You've got you got Fafita there as well, who's had a good back of the season last year, or had a good season last year, and probably gonna have a
Isn't
better one
he
this year.
injured?
Is he?
Yeah, I think he is injured.
Well, I wouldn't know.
This is
It's
so
no shock
sad
there.
because I want Jerome Luai to have a great season, but I think it might be the Tigers as well.
Yeah, I just think it's the Tigers, and therefore I'm probably wrong about A or B, because if it is the Tigers, Benji's the first coach sacked.
It's like, for me, it's between the Warriors and the Tigers.
Yeah, for sure. Yep,
Henry,
I can
you
agree
went
with
the
that.
Dragons.
I'm going Dragons. Oh, you know what? You brought up the Warriors though.
You can change. I don't care. But
Yeah, let's go Warriors for me. I'm going Warriors. I just don't feel like Fisher Harris is going to be able to have that impact that they need. He's going to be massive, don't get me wrong. Going to be massive, but they've got to figure out their halves. You got 2, I guess I would say, junior halves or sixes. And then you got Martin, who can play decent at 7, sorry, but I still don't see it. Anyways, their spine is lacking.
Well, they finished on 25 points last year. The Tigers finished on 18. That's a 7-point difference. So
They can find that 7 games. Tigers can find that 7 games with
well, it's
Luai
not even
there.
7 games, right? It's 3.5.
Oh, sorry, 3 games. Yeah, half of that. 2
And
games.
so
2 points a game.
If the Tigers can win 2 more games, and if the Warriors win 2 less games, that works out.
Yeah, I'm going Warriors. I'm looking at their lineup now, and I don't know. Wade, yes, he's decent. I'm just trying to think about what their spine's going to look like, and I can't see their spine.
They don't have a halfback. They've got too
Exactly,
many
that's what I'm saying.
5'8".
That's what I'm
I
saying.
mean, Tamare played well at halfback.
I mean,
when Johnson was out
Martin
last
played
year.
really well. I felt like he played better
And
than
then
Shaun.
Luke Metcalf was playing well before he got injured.
And Egan had a decent season last year as well.
See, the thing that it should be the Warriors because of who the Tigers have signed. But they also signed Api Coruscant, Isaiah Papali'i, and all these other players who were supposed to be good and were good, but just it didn't make a difference at the Tigers.
Second year syndrome for Lachlan Galvin.
Yeah, look, I think I'm going to go Tigers. Nothing to do with the players, mostly to do with the off-field stuff. But the Warriors are, yeah. I think it's between those two teams, though. Rookie of the Year. I don't know.
No idea who the rookies are.
Yeah, I don't know why I wrote that.
I've got one.
Yeah, okay.
Mark Nawanganita Tawazi.
How many games did he play last year?
1.
That doesn't count like a rookie then.
No, it does.
Does it?
Yeah. I've got one. Henry,
Yeah.
do you want to say one before you go? Before I go?
No, I got no idea. Go.
I'm going to go Ayongi. He's a fullback playing first grade. Who else are they going to give it to? Are there any rookie halves coming through?
I'll go with you there.
That's why I think that
Same.
Nawanganita Tawazi is not like really a rookie, like he's played for the Wallabies.
Yeah,
But
I just think he's going to kill it. coming in as a
and I just think he's going to get lots of game time. So
yeah.
there's little rumor floating around that he's been doing a lot of training at fullback.
Mm. So what, Teddy at the halves?
Yeah, Teddy at 6.
Don't like that at all. I hate
No,
every
me
club
either.
thinking they want to move fullback to 6. Like it worked with Lockie off. Leave it alone. Should have retired last year. Who are we gonna look at and be like, mate?
Adam Reynolds.
Adam Reynolds for James?
Oh, that's a really good one. I think it's either,
No, I don't think it's
either
him.
Reynolds or Chatty for me.
Well, pick one.
Oh shit, I'll go Reynolds
Okay.
because I actually think he should have
You got
retired
to
after
think
those
like
injuries.
I don't think the reason you can pick Chad is because like he's going to start obviously, but
He's
the plan was never for him to.
yeah, and he's essentially signed a reserve grade contract. So he's basically
Yeah.
like he's not. Yeah. He's
I might change my answer. I'm just quickly looking at the teams again.
yeah.
So keep
No,
going.
that's fair.
I'll just keep with that for now.
Anyone stand out while you're going through the teams? Just shout a name out, and James and I will discuss it. But
Nico Hines.
can't keep picking on him.
Well, I will.
Who should have retired last year?
I mean, Martin Tapau. He's
Yeah,
he's
but he's
getting
in a
there.
similar like Chad Townsend role for me now, where he's only on a small contract. He's rounding out the 30. He's not.
Yeah, is he going to play every week?
Yeah, yeah, that's the thing, right? It's a tough one. I'm trying to think of forwards who might be hitting a wall.
I thought James would have said Gerbo there, but he didn't even
Well,
bring up his name.
that's because he should have retired 4 years ago.
Campbell Gillard.
Oh,
I don't know.
I'm
He
pulling
was
it out.
decent. He was decent, but
that's Henry's grand final hero, mate. You can't.
Well,
insult
yeah,
that.
it's supposed to be a player who went good last year and is going to go poorly this year. So I'm not going to say a player who went poorly last year. Does that make sense?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. There we go.
I want a player that didn't play last year, so.
no, I'll keep that. I
You're
can't think
gonna
of anyone
keep
else.
A-Ray? Well, those are our
Yeah,
predictions.
can't think of-
Not the most well researched. I think I'm going to regret that RCG pick.
probably.
Ooh.
Maybe you know what? Maybe Josh Adakaha.
Yes, that's a good
Where
one.
did he sign with?
I knew I was Para. I knew James would agree with that.
100%, he's trash.
Yeah, he's regressed a lot, but
He-
hopefully he does well.
It's hard to regress from zero.
Can I say Tohu Harris?
No, don't pick on the man.
Yeah, he's already accepted his fate, mate.
Sorry, that was a joke. It's a joke.
No, mate, we care about athletes. They're people too, you know. Think about their mental health.
If he hears this, I will be very surprised. Tohu, I'm sorry if you hear this. It was a joke. It's just a little joke, lighthearted banter. Yeah, I'm not liking the
Yeah.
RCG.
Oh, if you do hear that, he lives in Gledswood Hills. I'll help you find him.
No.
You gotta bleep that one out.
Nah, I don't do any editing on this. Are you kidding? This is gonna get put up raw, mate.
So we like it.
Yeah, either I put it up raw or it doesn't get put up. Those are the two editing options you have, Henry. So, yep. Because, yeah, we were supposed to go video and you were supposed to start editing the video. Do you remember that conversation?
Yeah, I should be doing that for you.
Yeah.
You're also supposed to be friends with us. Do you remember that conversation?
Okay, let's just continue on here, mate. That's the next one here.
He remembers it. He just doesn't participate
that's
in the
it.
conversation.
We're done.
Yeah, that's it. I'm just trying to stall so I can find out somebody better to retire.
I'm trying to find right now on this list.
Val Holmes, maybe? If he's the worst buy of the season,
Nah,
he should
I
have.
don't think so. No.
Kieran Foran's a chance.
Oh yeah, if Kieran's a big shout. He should have retired already.
No, I don't agree with that. But if you want me to change Adam Reynolds to that, I'm happy to.
No.
I still think Adam Reynolds
I
takes
want
the
the
crown.
Broncos to miserably fail. Someone that can cuss Reece Walsh again.
Who's the other? Nah, they've got a younger edge now. I was gonna ask who the edge was for Manly, but they've got Bentobo.
What about Jason Taumalolo?
I thought about that,
Oh,
but I
yeah,
think
I
he's
agree with
still
that one.
first grade standard. Like, yeah,
Yeah, but
because
he can't play the minutes
yeah,
anymore.
but did you see what he
Why?
did in
Why?
that rep game?
Yeah.
Like, it's insane. And even if he only plays 40 minutes, like, and he didn't, he played longer than that in the rep game. So I did think about him, but then I remembered that rep
What about
performance.
Wayne Bennett?
Yeah, there's a shout. Isn't there?
God, I'm good. Just, I don't need you two here. I'll just do the podcast by myself.
Yeah. See, I think he's still in the top 17 coaches though.
Yeah, but he's also might die of old age in the coach's box.
I mean, that's the
Yeah.
same as DCE, but on the field.
Nah, he's
Yeah.
gun, man. He's a gun.
That guy's a dinosaur as well.
But he's
I mean,
so
he's a gun.
short.
Don't get me wrong, but he's an old soul now.
Who's old at the Roosters, James?
Teddy.
Teddy.
Nah, I think.
Damn, I would have said Teddy last year.
Oh, what about Tupou?
Oh, Tupou's a good shout.
Nah, he had a good year last year.
Yeah, but that's the point,
He's
right?
on.
Good year last
He's
year,
probably
bad year
on.
this year. Somebody finished strong.
He's
Oh,
probably
yeah.
not on a lot.
My one's Christian.
Welch.
Christian Welch. Yeah,
That's a
Welchie.
good one. That is a good one.
Too many head knocks. He's gone downhill last season. I
Oh,
don't know.
he is terrible. He's not first grade material anymore.
I think
Yeah.
I'm reserving judgment till I see the first month, just because of his Achilles injury.
That's another factor, right? The head injuries plus the Achilles injuries. You know what? Change my one to him.
Yeah, I have, but I just if he can recover from that Achilles properly, I think he'll be good again. But we just got to see if he can do that.
I mean, you see it time and time again with players that have taken themselves out with Achilles injuries.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah,
Right? It's so bad.
look at Shaun Johnson. Look at what's his name? Aaron Rodgers in the NFL. Same thing.
Does Aaron
Don't
Woods
really
have
get
a
back to the same
contract for
level.
this year?
No, he's
No.
retired. He's doing triple M breakfast.
Poddy.
Remember?
Am I
Oh,
allowed
yeah,
to
that's
say
right.
Matt Lodge?
Well,
That's what I was trying to figure
he
out. Matt
doesn't have a
Lodge.
gig.
Yeah, he doesn't have a job, so maybe he should retire.
Who could pick him up if you were a team right now,
No one.
or
That
if you
he's
could
like
put him in a team?
putting aside my personal feelings about him. No one. Like, why would you sign him?
I think Bulldogs could benefit from him.
I would rather sign two young guys and take that risk than sign a plodding Matt Lodge.
He's
Yeah.
done. Then
Yeah, he has 3 good games a year. I'd rather spend that because it's a roster spot too. He doesn't want to train and trial. It's a roster spot.
Manly offered him a roster spot and he turned it down.
Yeah, because it wasn't enough money and he's not worth more money. So
No.
What about Schuster? Cody Walker,
well, Schuster's on one of those cheap chat
Alex
downs.
Josh.
Yeah.
I mean, this is James's favorite player, Alex Johnson.
Oh yeah, Alex Johnson's a good one. So is Cody
James, have you
Walker.
moved recently? You're starting to turn robot.
No, you guys are really crackly in my ear.
Well, Henry's fine for me, so I think
Right.
it's your internet.
Maybe turn off those videos, mate.
Yeah, stop
You can watch it
buffering.
later.
Yeah, educational.
Yeah, I think your internet has crashed. But look, hey, we'll wrap up the podcast there. We can change this list up until round 1. So if you come up with anyone, or if through any future podcasts something rings a bell, or we need to change things, we'll do that.
No, yeah, sucks. Goodbye.
Bye. Well, that's him gone. The Hands Poddy is back for 2025.
Excited.
I'll probably be at uni, which means I'll hopefully have more time and flexibility for this. So let's start the year strong. Let's push. Coming up soon, we're gonna have Henry doing Supercoach for the first time. I want that to be its own little series, so people who are new to Supercoach can get it. Because one of the things at the moment is a lot of the Supercoach podcasts are targeted at good Supercoaches. Because shock horror, people who listen to Supercoach podcasts are usually pretty good at Supercoach. That's why they listen to Supercoach podcasts. But I want to gear this more towards people who are just getting into it. So Henry, don't make a team offline or anything like that. Please wait till we get a recording session together.
Yes, sir.
Maybe just register your email and get your
Done
team
that.
name
I
going. Yeah,
I
perfect.
actually just logged in and thought we were going to do it today, but
I mean, if you want to
yes,
do
we'll
it
do it another
today,
session.
we could, but yeah,
No,
it's what?
let's
It's
do it
8 o'clock. It's gonna be a long podcast.
fresh. Let's do a fresh session with it with hopefully James's commentary in the background, and hopefully the next session we have our videos on,
Yeah,
so we can
yeah.
see the expression
What sort of
of James.
what sort of actually we'll take this offline. Thank you for listening to the Hands Potty. There will be many more to come this year, and I will be better about uploading the episodes to YouTube as well. Thank you very much.
Thanks all.